All right, so we have Grace, we have George Barry. George Barry, can you turn on your video and unmute yourself, please, if that's your real name? George Barry? Okay, so George Barry is not responding. All right, so, oh, cancel. Are you on, George Barry?
On.
Yeah, can you turn on your video, sir?
This is George Barry.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. I'm from Kaduna, in Kaduna State.
Oh, good to have you.
Good to have you too. We thank God for being able to see. This is my second time of watching your presentations. And I'm excited with what you are doing, particularly when one of you mentioned that the church seems to have woken up to his son from his slumber. I remember in 2014, we had a video, an audio tape by Pastor Emmanuel Bosun, who left Germany, a senior minister with the Redeemed Church. He came purposely to warn Nigeria about what is happening, but the church ignored the warnings.
Yeah, of course, it's the country called Nigeria. Nothing works. You'll be talking and your thing will freeze up.
It's not possible to move on with this military constitution. We needed to go to the original, the constitution that was negotiated by our founding fathers, to which we received independence in 1960.
Right.
And that's the only way we can move forward. And I'm happy now that almost everywhere, but the law is stopped. People are not talking. And we need to wake up so that this Nigeria will not fall, because definitely, as one of you have said,
George, have you gee, how can we get him to call so that his voice can be clear? I really want to hear what he's saying.
Maybe you could move around a little bit.
So yeah, so your voice is vibrating as you're speaking, so we are not really hearing everything. And I know you have to say. So I'm thinking, are you able to text us your number so we can call you on WhatsApp?
Okay.
Yeah, text. Yeah, text your number. We have a WhatsApp number is 281.
281.
Yes, hold on, let me make sure I don't give you a wrong number. Oh, shoot. George, I'm gonna inbox it to you. Are you on Facebook?
Yes, I'm on Facebook. I've been on Facebook before coming to this.
Are you George Barry on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna text you our number.
All right. Okay.
Thank you. All right, so we really want to hear what our brother has to say. And as you can tell, the connection is not really that great. So let me text him our number so that we can call him directly and have him comment. So Sister P, please go ahead. Let me get this done.
Yes, Sister Mina, while you are doing that, Sister P, if you don't mind, like what Dr. Posi, the guy that called earlier, said, I also saw that thing this morning where our people from the eastern region are changing their state of origin to the northern place that they're from, Kaduna or whatever. They're just changing their state of origin to be able to get admitted into, because of the cutoff point. And
yes,
that's what we've been saying. It's part of the exclusive list where you have a catchment area. They're like, okay, go to your catchment area if you want to go to school. You understand? So they made it so difficult that the people from the eastern or the southern region are scoring higher marks, but they cannot get into the schools of their choices, or even the choice, what is it called?
Courses
that they want to, they don't get into their first choice. They probably go to the third choice that they chose. But unfortunately, it has been like that for years. You see our people working so hard and not benefiting from the system. Meanwhile, people that are not even working half as we do are our managing directors. They are our the orga at the top. They are the ones managing all the federal parastatals in our states or wherever. So it's quite unfortunate, you know. So if we don't bring out that constitution, it will remain like that.
You know how somebody described it? This thing you're saying is Augusta. Somebody described it. He said it's like you're walking with a dwarf. And dwarf said, no, you're too tall. Can you bend down and crawl on your belly so that we'll be at the same level? Because you're too tall, you know, or maybe a cripple or somebody, you know. You have to be crawling on your belly to have a relationship with them. If not, you won't move. Meanwhile, people want to fly. We are giving birth to children that want to fly.
They want to
with children in other world. But no, you want us to be at the level where we are crawling on our tummies. And we have been doing that. We agreed for 50, 60 years, we've been crawling on our bellies. Goku Weber, Kadi Weber, so that it will be well with us. And it is not well with us.
Well,
they are cutting our head, even as now that we say, okay, let's crawl on our bellies so that we can move. They said no.
It still didn't work.
You cut your head. That as you're on your belly now, we start cutting your head because you shouldn't even be alive in the first instance. Who does that?
Who does that?
So George, I was able to post that number on a comment here for you. So if you can call that number on a WhatsApp, I'll be able to have you talk. The number is 281. I don't know why I don't have it posted here.
And you know, we wanted to have everybody call through so that we can see their faces. And we can screen those that are calling. So
right. So George, so the number is here. I just added it back up again. And then for it's +1, where did it go? +1 281 643 7283. So if you call that number on WhatsApp, then I'll bring you in. At least you've already called in on Zoom. So anybody else that wants to contribute, our meeting ID number is there, and the password to come in is there. So please share this video. We really want people to know what is going on. You know, we don't come here every morning to show our pretty face. We want to engage our people, you know, in their thinking faculty, so that we can begin to understand what it takes to get out of this mess. Because these people, they have beaten us so down that a lot of us don't have any more energy. We are so anemic. We can't even breathe. We are barely surviving. So the purpose of this lecture every morning, you know, we're trying to do visualization, putting things on PowerPoint, just for people to sort of get. And if you want some of this information, we made it in such a way it's downloadable. You can share, you can review again, because it's not over for us. It's not over for us. And we're not talking about the over that your pastor will tell you to bring an offering and tithes. It's not over for us. If we recognize that the power to get ourselves out of this is within us, then it will begin to change our mindset. We'll begin to have hope because nobody from the external country will come and do it for you. We keep emphasizing that the Nigeria you call a country is a sovereign country according to the definition of the UN and the rest of them. So nobody will come in and do things for you. But if you start doing like the country in European country that I mentioned earlier, I've never heard of that country until I heard about the demonstration that was going on. So, and they're not even as many as we are. So EU is already involved. They are condemning the man. You know, they are saying that the man will not continue. So people can actually get this done. And it's not every day that, it's not, what am I trying to say? It's not every day that is for the armed robber. One day it becomes the owners that will not say, oh, enough of this, you cannot take my stuff anymore. So please get engaged, understand what we're talking about when we say constitutional force majeure. I love my Yoruba brothers and sisters. They have moved on. They are not waiting for you. So you can be there posting gory pictures and getting shot on a weekend when you go to a meeting. They have armed themselves, ready to defend their country. so, or their nation. So it's about time that we begin to understand that this is the strategy that we need now to get ourselves out of this thing. These people are not going to let you go. Think about, even in the Bible, Pharaoh did all the evil things that he did, even with all the punishment God gave him, he kept trying to hold on. So terrorists, or whatever you want to call them, will never let their captive go until somebody does something to escape. So this is an escape route for us. Understand what we are talking, look at the video, empower yourself, know that the power is within you to do what you gotta do to get out of this mess that we find ourselves in. So George, I don't know if you have that information that I sent. I've called that number. I told you I was gonna inbox it to you, but it's easier for me to do it that way because I'm manning the buttons here. I don't know if I have time to find you. Can you guys find him on Facebook and put in the number for him? Because I don't know if he's waiting for that to come in so that he can give us some more insight. Because he mentioned our brother, Pastor Bansu, that went around telling people, warning them about these days coming, warning and warning and warning. And nobody wanted to believe him because obviously life was good for them then. And now look at where we are. So what then do we do? Karma is upon the evil church that is doing fasting and praying and taking money from people. So, and they gave it the name Karma. What a glorious name, you know. So, and it will not be just the Karma CAMA for them. It will be the Karma KARMA for them.
Exactly. Karma is real.
They were warned. They were warned. Instead, they turn around and even declare the Bonsu guy as a mental case.
Exactly. They did.
So this is what African men will always do. They will always choose the wrong route for their people. Always. That's why the whole continent is on fire. Because they are not the one giving birth. They are not the one taking care of these children. They are not the one rearing and going to the market while pregnant with one in the back and one in the head and one in everywhere else. You're hustling to take care of your children, and a man that never put anything in there will go and bring war and shoot all of them as if nothing happened. As if no effort was given in raising that child, because they will never understand. It's only those that understand that will protect their children. Only those that understand what it takes to give birth to a human being that will appreciate these lives that we are talking about. The same country is a country where people are getting people pregnant, watching things that doesn't make any meanings to them, that doesn't have any meaning to their life. Watching big brothers, thinking you can do whatever, getting pregnant, throwing your baby over the fence, throwing them in the trash can, throwing them in the bucket, and then you want God to come and deliver you. We want God to come and deliver you. That's sad. So let's get this thing right. And I know our girls that if we offer them better opportunities, that they will do even, they will go to the sky. They don't have the opportunity. The opportunity that they have is to go to a hotel room and offer a blowjob. If worse, even pregnant them and then nobody's claiming the baby and the baby is trash. Or better yet, they will go to a warehouse where people will come and collect the baby. Don't know if they're using them for voodoo, if they're going to grind this baby in a blender somewhere. Let's get these things right, please. It's not that complicated. It's not at all. So
okay, some people are suggesting that we put the phone number on our page. But the reason why we don't want to do that, we are giving, we are actually, because we already saw Mr. George Barry, and he has something to say, something that is really, really interesting. So that is why we are giving him that option of him calling us, or we try to call him. But we don't want to do that much of a phone call because we have a lot of mischief makers. They just want to call and eulogize somebody. We're not interested in that. So that is why we want a situation where they will see their faces. We know the people that we're talking to, and it would make a lot of sense. Because when you are here physically with your face on, you won't, say rubbish or trash. So that's why we're trying to cut that off. So for those that felt that, oh, we are not allowing people call, is because we want to see you physically. We already seen George Barry. So that is why we are giving him that option.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying that. And even as we're talking, a lot of them, their name is not even real.
Real, exactly. So
names, you want a country, but you're not even being real to yourself.
Quite unfortunate.
It's plaguing a whole lot of us, will stop a whole lot of things from happening. Start by being honest with yourselves. Start by being honest with yourself. Look, with a different eye as to this thing that you've been looking at, is it the same thing? Look as an eyesight and see if you can find something different. So we are tired of all the mess. We are tired of all the lies. We are tired of all the stories that was told. We just want things to be done right. You know, we are not here to fight anyone. We're here to get a nation where our children will thrive. Does that make, can you receive that?
I wonder.
A nation where our children will thrive. We do not want any more bad news, shooting because somebody gathered at a school, you started shooting them as if they are animals.
Animals, right.
We are sick of it. So please, let's hurry up and get this thing going. George, I don't know if you're still on. If not, we may have to end the show and read our
take-home points.
Point for the day. So we're waiting for, were you able to send the info, Sister Queen? You can find him. You're mute.
Yeah, Sister Queen.
I said they were double, you know, and I just saw some with white man face and I didn't know which one. So
okay.
I was looking through the comments to see if I comment or know the exact spelling of his name, because I saw more than one.
So yeah, so George, I have it posted on our topic as well.
I see him. He lives in Kaduna. I already picked him up.
Okay.
You want the number?
Let me text him and see.
Please.
So I'm adding the number to our topic as well, so that people can have it, a phone number. Yeah, please use that number to call in. And please, like I said, share. Don't just keep this information to yourself. We need to empower ourselves. We need to enlighten ourselves. We need to be bold in what we are doing. This is the right thing to do. I mean, not even devil himself will fault us. We have tried. This is like the worst marriage ever. And you did everything that you could because of your children. You didn't want them to be fatherless, motherless. You stuck it up, and each time you turn around, the man is trying to kill you or the woman is trying to kill the man. So please, we really have to get this. We need to enlighten ourselves, embolden ourselves. We have to move. We have no more time. If we do the right thing at the right time, before we know it, this whole thing will be, this nightmare that we find ourselves in will be over. So please, wake up. You know, call in, bring in your contribution, clarification, concerns, whatever that we need to do to get this ball rolling. We are interested in it. As mothers of the land, we cannot continue to watch while our people perish. It's just not the right thing to do. It's just not right. Some people are comfortable with it. We are not comfortable with it. So please go ahead and come in if you want to give us your contribution while we're waiting for George to come in. Sister Augusta, so are you able to find him?
But he's not replying on the messenger, and I've sent him the number, but I don't know whether he's off now.
Yeah, maybe it's the connection.
Maybe it's off, but that's fine. Let's just go ahead and do our take-home points.
For connectivity issues. So
yes.
So again, we are doing this for us to not just hear all the talk that we did all day, but to say these are the things that I understood from what was done today. You know, these are the things that make sense from all the talk that we did today. These are the things I should understand and share with others, especially. So, Sister P, please go ahead.
Thank you, Sister Mona. So, the Constitution, the constituent component nationalities of Nigeria did not make 1999 Constitution. And any attempt to assume that they did is treason, because we did not make that Constitution. Like we have said in the presentation, it is a military decree, Decree 24 actually. So it's not a democratic tool, and it's not allowed in a democratic setting. We're not a military rule. This is democracy, it ought to be. So we did not make that Constitution, and it's a fraud. And it's treason against the people to assume that. So the second point is that the legislative mandate of the National Assembly does not extend to constitutional making. The National Assembly, it's not your duty to make constitution for us. We, the people, we make the constitution that will govern us. You are an employee. We will tell you what to do. And if you don't do it, we recall you. That's the right thing in a democratic setting. So don't get it twisted. Another point is that constitutional amendments that the National Assembly is proposing is an exercise in futility. Because like we said, the legislative mandate does not extend, the legislative mandate that was given to them does not include making. So that's that. A federation like Nigeria cannot operate in one constitution. We have told you that a federation, we defined it, Samuna defined it. The federation is a union of constitutions. So you can't bring one constitution and say, this is your constitution and you must live by it. No, we are going against our sovereignty, our rights, and that's treason. So that goes to the people, the Northern Elders Forum, that are trying to propose whatever they're proposing to make new constitution. That's a distraction from the most basic tenet of a federation. So if people didn't go to school, please go to school and find out what federation is called and know that it's not something you say, let's cook up with another. No, we have shown you that in a federation, each region will do their own constitution and come together with it, and then we talk about how to live, how we want to live. So the constant component nationalities of Nigeria are already rallying themselves together for a joint multi-regional constitutional force majeure to solve the sovereignty disputes currently raging in Nigeria. That is already in progress. They've gone far with it. So they are the owners of Nigeria and they know what to do, and they're already doing it. The stressed federation of Nigeria needs reconstruction and reconfiguration and not restructuring.
Say that again.
We said the distressed, dead federation of Nigeria needs reconstruction and reconfiguration and not restructuring. If your house is collapsing, you don't go changing windows and changing the color of the paint. You go back to the foundation, pull it down, and then begin afresh. The highlights of this perspective that LNC MNN is giving and proposing is the two-stage process that begins with referendums. Referendums. We'll explain that to you another day. By which the constant component blocks may recommit to or opt out of the distressed union. So these are take-home points. You on them, in the days ahead, you will see the things going on, you see things as they unfold. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So now we have people that wants to come in. So let's just take both of them and then we'll call it a day. Christopher.
My middle name is Kunle. Let's go. Christopher is my first name.
Can you mute your yeah, you guys should try to mute your audio when you're logging in because it comes in like blazing noisy when you come in. All right, so Uche now is connecting. Christopher, go ahead. Christopher iPhone, what's your name and where you're calling from? Can you turn on your
video, please?
Can you hear me? Hi, can you hear me? Christopher is my first name, actually. I use that one for Igbo people. My name is Kunle.
Sorry?
Christopher is my first name. I use that one for Oyibo people. My first name is Kunle.
Kunle, okay. Kunle, go ahead. Your name, your contribution for today and where you're calling from.
I just wanted to highlight something that it kind of came to my recollection again today, because some idiots are still defending Buhari that he's fighting corruption. So I brought up one particular incident that is a fact. There's a man called Professor Yusuf, the NHIS executive secretary. He was suspended by the minister Adewale at the time, the Minister for Health. I think that was in July. By February, Buhari had reinstated him. The president never told us why that he reinstated the man. The executive, the governing council now sat again. They found the man guilty of further embezzlement. We're talking about something like 912 million in that incident. They suspended him again. This man now came back with 50 riot police, 50, and scattered the office and sat down on that board table, say, who are those that are sacking him from the place? That only the president can sack him. So they called the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Health. They called the director of legal services. Is it correct that this man cannot be suspended for us to investigate that he's chopping money in the executive council? They said, actually, yes, the minister has a right to sack him. The governing council has a right to sack him, but they haven't even sacked him yet. They say he should step aside. He should be on suspension so that they can investigate the money that the man is stealing. So all of this is happening in broad daylight. And these are the people that are fighting corruption. So, of course, Nigeria is dead, just like my sister there said, because I've been listening to you guys for a while. My sister there said the country is dead. And of course, it died the day the military started fiddling with the constitution. So, just for those who are still deceiving themselves, they should just go and look at what is happening in Nigeria's middle belt. The July after Buhari came in, they went to 2 local governments in Plateau State, in Boko's local government. I spoke to one gentleman that was in Federal Government College. I spoke to him on the phone. He said he himself drove 2 hours to where the military installation is, the nearest military army base. He told them that they are killing his people because he himself has a farm there. He works for the Federal Minister of Education there. He said they are killing people. He said, no, that please, we cannot just mobilize that. We need orders from above. They are killing Nigerians. These people are not, they are coming from abroad. They are coming from like Niger. They are claiming that they are looking for water. If they are looking for water, they are not Nigerians. They are not Nigerians. They are not, these people, half of them, they are not Nigerians. But of course, they have to have Nigerians working with them. So they are the ones that are pretending to be doing all sorts of things. If you go to Lagos, near the College of Medicine, University of Lagos, some of them are pretending to be sewing clothes there. They are pretending to be tailors there. They always have something they are pretending to be doing. If you go to any urban palace in Oyo State, they are pretending to be selling suya. Now, these ones there are those that are pretending that they are looking for water for their cows. Now, is it water they were looking for? Now,
the whole village, GPS.
Yes. They are pretending to be looking for water. If they are looking for water, there's waterfall in Niger State. The water, they can't finish it. It's thousands of gallons pouring out. As in, the thing has current. They should go there now. But they're not looking for water. They are pretenders. They are the ones that are, you know, it be like make you get houseboy where they sleep on the floor in your living room. Then you are upstairs sleeping. You think you're safe. Then the houseboy opens front door for thief man to come and rob you. That's what is happening. They have the Fulani one that is inside. They have the Fulani one that is from all the way from anywhere. They can come from, what's that, Futajalon Highland, the place where the source of River Niger is coming from. They can come from anywhere. These are wanderers. These are useless people. They are also the ones that are also the ones that are doing armed robbery. After some time, you cannot go from Abuja to Kaduna. This is the capital city. All sorts of madness going on, and the president is pretending that he doesn't know. He's turning a blind eye. And people are saying there's still a country, there's still a president. I nearly jacked the man's head. I could have turned the man's head that day. He was telling me that Buhari is trying, that he's doing well. I said, your father is a bastard. He's trying where? In which area has he done well?
Yes. Anyone benefiting from the system don't want it to go down. That's how they are. If they're benefiting from
this one, in the case of some of these people, they have not even started chopping. They are hoping to chop. They've been on the queue since 2015. Nobody has put them anywhere near where they're wait, you don't understand. The ones that have chopped, you know, me, I don't give it. See, come. Look at, I'll give 2 examples. The former governor of River State, after he chopped all the money where the Port he set up one thing. They said they want to bring metro rail. That thing never passed 1 kilometer. 8 years, they didn't build railway for more than 1 kilometer. Railway is 150 years old technology. They spent 8 years, this man was in power. After he carried the money, buy 2 private jets. He was now using that private jets in 2015. They said, we need change. He's carrying Buhari up and down in private jet. The other one, after stealing money from Lagos, he now stepped back. He's using money he has stolen from Lagos to appoint other governors after him. Every other governor since 1999, since the man has been there, he has been. So the money they stole from Port Harcourt and from Lagos, they now use it to support Buhari. Now the money has gone after them. 2 days ago, I heard the report that they've started telling us where Amechi is hiding his money in they called the name of the bank. I forgot the name of the bank. I'm sorry for them. Now, those first 2, you see all these ones that are still on the queue, they should go and look for the ones that have even already chopped money and dashed these people money. These are the people that financed Buhari's election. They are now looking for them. The other one, the bandits inside that body law for Ikoyi, that one, he had to go on exile one time. People didn't know. A lot of people didn't know. They told him to come and explain what happened to Funsho Williams, who killed him. A murder case. The man ran out of town. I don't know how he came again. He arranged himself. He begged. The problem we have in Nigeria is that people don't learn from history. Abiola tried the same thing. The great Moshood Kashimawo, Abiola, Bashorun, and whatever other title the man had. He now collected one final title, Are Ona Kakanfo. It's a title that he should never have collected because that means he's now the final general that will. And when you go to war, the Oyo Mercy will not allow you to come back as a failure. You must kill yourself. Yes. These are the standards. So, and if you notice what has always been happening to Yoruba land, I'm talking to my people now because I notice that you guys are from a certain region. I'm talking to my people so that it won't be as if I'm talking. Every Are Ona Kakanfo that they've had, the same thing happened to Akintola, Ladoke Akintola. These are the lessons of our history. They will come and deceive you. They will come and tell you that you are the next president. That is what that bandit in Bodilo is looking for. He thinks they will hand over power to him. And they've already deceived him. He knows. He knows better than any other person that they can never willingly hand over that power to him. Never. But he has spent money already, so he's stuck. Good money don't follow bad money. Bad money don't follow good money. So he's stuck. 25 billion don't go there according to his own mouth. We heard that from his own mouth. He spent 25 billion on Buhari's election. The best thing they could do for him was now, in fact, even the thing they did for him, they removed it. They put his boy inside that place where they raise money, where Ifeko used to be. What's the name of that place? Ifeko Omoigwe used to be the head of the place. That one ran a good house. They now put Fowler there. They put his boy there. They removed that one now. They say it's too short. So anyway, I'm rambling now, but I just want all the people who are saying Nigeria is
examples that, when we say Nigeria is dead, is dead. I mean, the evidence
long dead.
is dead. And our question is, are we going to bury it peacefully? Are we going to bury it in katakata? Which one do you guys prefer? So,
Mr. Kule, where are you calling from? Before you go, where are you calling from?
I'm in London.
Oh, you're in London. Okay, thank you.
But I'm a Lagos boy. I was born and
I can see that on Meko. You're really on my Gile.
My grandfather's house is still there, number 50, near Campbell Square there. So I just want to I like what you guys are doing. I want to commend you guys. It's because you guys are even starting from the Constitution, and you've made it clear that this Constitution isn't a constitution; it's a military decree. Now, what I might like to add to that is that Abacha was the one that now brought this 1999 Constitution. He called one man Awalu Yadudu. The man is an Islamic cleric. They are the ones that put about 74 mentions of Sharia and Grand Qadi inside that constitution. So it's no longer, there's now a dual identity to that constitution. Because they said, how did they even say it? I think they said that we are chancing them that their own weekend should start on Friday, the way they do it in the Middle East. If you want that one, you go to your region and go and do that one. As in, from the moment they formed everything into one, you cannot try anything Sharia again. But that, of course, we're just making noise because the very first Chief Justice of Federation they brought, that one never went to law school. He's not a lawyer. He came from the Sharia track. This one that is there now, we were shouting when they were removing Walter Onoge. Walter Onoge spent 40 years qualifying to be Chief Justice of Federation. By the grace of God, the man was the next in line. He was the most senior. These people refuse to put in. They know what they're doing. Everywhere there's power and influence. That's the person they knew that was going to determine the 2019 election. So on time, they started to look for how to remove the man. They found nothing against it. They started lying. After the lie finished, guess what? Round the back, they paid that man 2.5 billion gratuity. If you say the man chop money, why are you paying him his gratuity? Person where you sack supposed to begin head towards jail straight. But they had nothing against the man. We were shouting that this is what these people are doing. Maybe because his people are not plenty. Calabar, I don't know what's the population of Calabar, but, that thing has always tired me because I don't know why the whole Eastern region, everywhere we call Eastern region, can't just unite as one. Is this disunity that is part of the problem? Now, the solution I want to suggest is that Southwest has to merge with Southeast, has to now move into what they are calling middle belt and find those who have been dissatisfied from day one. 2 weeks after 1960 and the British lowered their flag and left, 2 weeks after independence, the thief people said they are not going to be part of this North because they already saw where Amadou Bello and co were coming from. It was British troops, British officers using Nigerian troops that put down that rebellion. Those ones said they don't want to be part of the North. They were sharp. that's the same thing that happened in Cameroon. Cameroon said, I beg, don't be this kind, like, yeah, we're not part of this nonsense. They moved to their own Cameroon, although they are seeing Pepe there too now. I think they are even worse off now. So what we need, we are look for the dissatisfied people. They've been dissatisfied for 60 years in the Middle Belt. We are look for everybody that is suffering.
Everybody.
We're all suffering in that south. We are look for everybody. So that there will now be 4 regions against 2. The 2 that are always cooperating is those Kanuri people in the south, in the northeast, and then of course the Sokoto people. So it's now
Mr. Kule, that alliance has already been done. We now have the Middle Belt, we have the Southwest, we have the Lower Niger. The Lower Niger comprised of the Southeast, the South, and some part of the Midwestern. So the alliance has already been done. You can see from that the federating. Can you see Sister Ekwe showing that map? That's the blocks that have been, we've been divided in that manner. So that alliance is already formed. And that is why we are see the alliance I'm talking about, the alliance territory. The yellow part is the Sharia part. You understand?
If you could just share the screen so that, I always have a map of Nigeria in my head, but for those who don't have a map in their imagination.
Like today is your first day joining us. We have
We've treated all this before.
Yeah, go on our Facebook channel and click on
and YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you too.